Hi folks, Joe Cavella here. Thank you for coming to another one of our blogs. Today we're going to talk about mold sensitivities and other types of allergies that you might get in your home, be it dust, be it pollens, whatever it might be, right? I have a lot of experience in the mold arena. 15 years ago my wife got mold poisoning when we were living in New Mexico. In fact, we were one of the first people to win a lawsuit for mold poisoning. 15 years ago is a long time. It's the end of February 2016, right? So my wife has been sick ever since. Now she's much better now because we know how to not use chemicals in our home, and my wife knows how to stay away from certain things. In fact, for instance, if we go to let's say we go out to eat dinner and somebody sits next to us at another table and they have a lot of perfume on or cologne on or something like that, my wife will start losing her voice and her heart will start pounding, and sometimes she breaks out in a rash, right? So we have to actually leave the restaurant. So it's made it difficult with going places, right? Because anywhere you go, she can't be around synthetic smells. So it's something that we have to live with, not in. Myself, right, like wearing deodorant under my arms, it's got to be, there can't be any scent to it. It has to be, non-scented. In fact, a while back I even started a company called The Lotion Chef. I used to be a chef, and I started making my wife natural lotions that didn't have synthetic smells to it, right? Like I can put an essential oil in there like lavender or tea tree or whatever I might be doing, right? And she would be okay. And there's even some essential oils that affect her. But we know for the most part she can't be around any synthetic smells. We don't have any harsh chemicals in our home. We can't. Everything we do has to be green cleaning. That's one reason why my company does a lot of green cleaning, and most of the stuff that we use is green, because I know how it's affected my wife. And even though my immune system is much stronger than hers, I grew up in California where I didn't get sinus infections in the spring and summer like my wife did living in Fort Worth, Texas. It's very, 100% humidity there, and so she would get sinus infections all the time. And now we know that probably molds were pretty strong, all the rains, all the humidity, so that affected her. She was always on steroids because of it. So her immune system was already, the way the doctors explained it to us, over the years we've seen a lot of doctors, and in fact we've seen everything, right? Maybe not a witch doctor, but everything else we've seen. And we've spent tens of thousands of dollars on doctors, and what the conclusion is this. Her immune system was half full, mine was all the way full. Mine was strong, hers was half strong. So when she got sick, she really got sick. That's why it didn't affect me. My son got bronchitis. But enough about that. We bring a lot of things into our homes that can cause allergies, and it could be old books. That smell musty, that may have been in water damage at one time in their life, right? Like it could have been 75 years ago, and the book smells musty. Things like that get people, a lot of cardboard boxes and a lot of things stocked in your house that can carry dust and collect dust, and you can be allergic to that. So it's good to keep all that stuff clean. And here's a myth, right? Most people are told by their doctors that if you have these strong allergies, it's better to have hard floors put in, like tile or hardwood floors put into your home, and you'll be much safer, right? You won't have allergies as much as you would with carpet. That is completely false, and I can prove it, and I've proved it with testing and particle tester and things like that. Here's the deal. Yes, carpet is bad in your house if you never vacuum it, because it holds all that stuff. It's like a filter, and what happens when a filter gets full? It starts releasing all that stuff into the air, right? As long as you vacuum your house weekly, right, with a good HEPA vacuum, you're gonna be in better shape with that carpet than you are with hardwood floors. The only way a hard surface really helps you is if you're damp mopping it every day, a couple of times a day. When you're coming in from outside and you're dragging stuff in with you and it's falling on the floor, what do you think happens? That's not a hard surface. When you step on it, the stuff goes into the air and it goes into your breathing zone. I don't know of anybody, well, I can't say that. There's a very small population that actually dust mop that will dust mop their hard floors several times a day to keep it clean. Yes, if you keep that thing clean, spotless all the time and nothing's getting in the air, yes, it's a better product to have in your house, but who does that? I mean, I don't even do it and I own a cleaning company. So a carpet will at least catch those things that come in every day and keep it in those fibers, right? It's like a filter, it's holding them, so when you walk on it, it's not necessarily getting into the air and getting into your breathing zone, unless you never vacuum. So there's the two sides of that coin. Anyway, read the blog, you know, it's very, very important. If you have allergies, that you're keeping your house clean. You can't stop everything. We live on Earth. You're going to open windows, you're going to open doors, things are going to get inside. But, you know, pay attention to the type of chemicals you're using in your home to clean with. Pay attention to the porous materials like your mattresses and your couches and your carpet and things like that, that you're keeping that HEPA vacuumed and you're keeping those things clean so you're not breathing all that. You know, if you're storing a bunch of old boxes, right, old cardboard boxes in your basement or in your attic or your crawl space, right, make sure that you're cleaning those off before you bring them into your house. Especially, like I talk about in this blog, we talk about, you know, all the holidays. Like for instance, Christmas, you might bring down all your ornaments, and a lot of people store them in an attic. And you know, listen, two of the top places we do mold mitigation in Colorado is attics and crawl spaces. At some point, somebody's roof leaked, they fixed the roof, they replaced the shingles, never went into the attic to check it out, right? And so it was wet at one time and it dried and it might have mold in there. Same thing with your crawl space. You have water that might come up, you know, from the ground, especially with heavy rains. And we've seen a lot of that last May and June here in Colorado Springs with all those rains, right? We were very busy with flooding. Anyway, if you have any questions, you can always call 719-388-8509 or visit my website, ameridry.com, AMERIDRI.com. Thank you so much. Have a great, great day. Have a great day. Bye.